that's, that's really, and we just didn't have the emotional drive to climb that hill again because we'd been down 10 and 11 and got it down to 4 twice, and we just couldn't climb that emotional hill, but ended up losing. The game was a lot closer than the 20 points at the end, and so like I said, we're going through some growing pains. Our kids are learning, and they're getting better each game. They're working hard in practice to get better at each game. We just have to transfer the things we do in practice and transfer that to the floor, and make good decisions. Sometimes we rush things. There's just many things. We miss free throws, all the little fundamental things. You don't block out, you miss a block out. So we're just trying to get all those pieces of the puzzle together and come together with some team chemistry.
Okay. Gary, tell me about Rochester.
Well, we'll start with your daughter. Kennedy's just a force inside. I mean, I've seen 2 or 3 tapes, and, she just does a great job, I think. And the thing about it, we cannot let her get the ball in the post because it's almost impossible to stop her once she gets the ball in the post, because I've watched her rebound. She'll rebound it 4 or 5 times, and she's going to get that ball in the basket. And then the thing I like about her is at her size, if you want to, you can pull her out and step out and shoot a 3, and she's accurate shooting 3. So it makes it very difficult to guard. And so she just adds a big dimension. And, you add Morgan Ruff at the point guard, and I see some of the same things I saw many years ago when I coached the Valley with, Riley Carr, and some of those things where we dribble drive and we come to help and we dish it off underneath to Kennedy or Emma Dahlquist and those type of things. You see some of the same things. So we've got to stop Morgan Ruff's dribble penetration. Macy Brown, we got to stop her 3-point shooting. And then Emma Dahlquist does a great job, I think, just being a recipient of, she gets some good weak side rebounds. She works hard. She just does a great job for them, just filling in where they need her to do that on putbacks, and then when they need her to step out in a short corner and take that 8 or 10-foot jumper, she can do that. And then the Peterson girl, she hustles really. She's a hard-nosed kid. She's a hustler. That's your starters. You bring, 2 or 3 kids off the bench. The Weathers kid, Niall, the one shooter, Isabel. Yeah. So I mean, you got 8 kids you can use, or 9, and that's where we're struggling. We got to control the tempo of the game. We can't get into a racehorse basketball game and try to run for 4 quarters. And it doesn't mean that we're not going to run if we have the chance, but we just need to recognize when we have it and when we don't, just to control the tempo. With 6 kids, it just makes it really tough.
So Gary, you're telling me that even though you're probably the quickest on the floor tonight, with a bunch of guards that you play, you'd rather play in a half court?
Well, not so much in the half court. There's if we can run and we have a fast break and we have a 3-on-1, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, I want the girls to fast break.
I see.
But if we don't have the advantage and it's 2-on-3, then we need to,
I'm with you,
run the clock, make Rochester work on defense a little bit, try to break them down, and show some patience.
Yeah.
And that's one thing this team has struggled with some this year. See, when we get going, it's kind of hard to, whoa, pull the strings back and get them to slow down some, because when we get into that mode, sometimes you get a little bit.
Sure. It's tough.
And turn it over then. So it's a catch-22. Okay,
Gary, your starters again?
Well, our starters will be tonight will be Abby Manikowski, senior guard, Macy Stricker, senior guard, Rachel Kuntz, a senior center, and we have Macy Morris, a sophomore, and then Morgan Dunlap will be a sophomore starting guard, and Cagney Hoffman will be in there too. She's a sophomore, plays great defense.
Okay. Well, Gary, I appreciate your time. Good luck to you guys tonight. Good luck to you the rest of the year.
Thank you, David. It's sure good talking to you again.
It is good. Yes, it is.
Brings back fond memories.
Thank you. Lady Dragons head coach Gary Teal back with more of the pregame show next, 92.1 WROI.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Back at Rochester High School, time now for the starting lineups. First for the 4-4 Lady Dragons at one guard will be a 5'4 senior, Abby Manikowski. The second guard will be a 5'9 senior, Macy Stricker. And the third guard, a 5'8 sophomore, Morgan Dunlop. At one forward, a 5'9 sophomore, Macy Morris. And the other forward will be a 5'10 senior, Rachel Kuntz. Argos coach by Mr. Gary Teal. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, they have a record of 3-3. At one guard will be a 5'7 sophomore, Macy Brown. The second guard, a 5'6 senior, Morgan Ruff. And the third guard, a 5'7 junior, Karina Peterson. At one forward, a 6'2 senior, Kennedy Musselman. And the other forward, a 6' senior, Emma Dahlquist. Rochester coached by Lisa Pfluger. Well, as you can tell, Brad, and you can see, there is the right thumb of Emma Dahlquist is taped. She's going to go as long as she can go while fighting that injury.
Yeah, right hand, so it's going to affect her shooting. Although she is left-handed, so maybe not going to affect it as much as I initially thought.
Like we said in the pregame, one thing it isn't broke or hurt, her shooting hand, her motor, and her legs.
Yeah, I was going to say her legs and her, like you said, her motor, her ability to play defense and be everywhere on the floor that she needs to be. And, you know, hey, while we're talking about Emma, congratulations to her.
Absolutely.
She won the Lilly Scholarship this week, and that was announced.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
good for her.
Full ride for her.
Good for her.
Congratulations.
That is awesome.
That takes an awful lot of effort and work.
Like Coach Pfluger said, that goes way above the game of basketball.
Oh, absolutely. And she's involved in everything over here at the school. So, yeah, congratulations to Emma.
Kuntz wins the tip with Musselman jumping. Jeez, here we go already. So Rochester starts in a man-to-man defense. Dunlop between the rings against Macy Brown, and Argos travels right off the bat. He had two recipients of that pass in the same vicinity, and they're both pushing on each other. And
yeah, a little miscommunication on their offense, so Rochester catches an early break.
So it'll be Rochester basketball. 10 seconds gone in the opening contest, with going to our left against the 2-3 zone. Morgan gives to Macy Brown, high on the left side to Musselman. Kennedy back to Mo, left wing.
Big surprise, 2-3 zone by Argos.
Yeah. Mo on the left wing, now to Peterson. Back to Mo. Mo dribbles with the right hand between the rings of the volleyball line, sends high on the right side to Macy Brown, who holds against the 2-3 zone. Back to Ruff. Back to Macy, high on the right side, looks in the corner, passes it up, now back to Ruff on the right wing. Cross court to Peterson on the left side. Now in the left corner to Dahlquist. Emma looks at the baseline, cut off at the baseline, kicks it out to Mo. Law pass to Musselman. Kennedy rises up, puts it off the glass and in. That worked out well.
Yep, good job by Kennedy. A little hesitation, let the defense get off their feet. She was able to go up and easy one off the glass.
Morris goes to the baseline, cut off by the double team, and right into the hands of Macy. She couldn't save from going out of bounds. Nice job by Dahlquist, Musselman, and Brown there to cut off the drive on the baseline. So it'll be Argos basketball baseline right. Stricker will look to get it in. She leads the teams in three-point shooting. To Manikowski around the defense. Rochester to man-to-man to Dunlop. To Stricker, three, right wing, off the mark. Offensive rebound to Dunlop. Weak side rebound, top of the key to Stricker.
Rochester didn't have anybody on that weak side.
Stricker takes it hard to the basket. On the baseline to Manikowski. She rises up. Her shot is good. Rises up and puts it over Musselman and Dahlquist, and we're tied at 2. 6:35 to play in the first quarter. Rochester the basketball going to our left. Mo walks it across the timeline in the center circle. Sends high to the right side to Macy Brown at the volleyball line. Left wing pass to Peterson. Back to Brown between the rings, right side to Dahlquist. Emma holds. She drives it a couple of times to her right, gives to Morgan Ruff behind the arc on the right wing. Now left side to Peterson. Karina now to Macy Brown behind the arc right in front of the Argos bench. Brown on the wing now, top to Mo between the rings of the volleyball line. Argos still working in that 2-3 zone, maybe even a 2-1-2. Dahlquist on the baseline, backs away in, kicks it out to Peterson on the right side, gives to Mo, 3-ball, right baseline is short, and the rebound to Dunlop. Dunlop pushes up the floor, around the defense, right side of the floor, goes to the basket. She's going to be fouled hard by Ruff. And Morgan Dunlop just grabbed the rebound, took it coast to coast, and outran everybody to the block.
Now she's going to be a handful for Rochester. I don't think we really have any good matchups.
Wow.
With her skills, to match Dunlop's skill set.
We can't let her get that rebound again and go like that.
Yeah.
So Mo picks up the first team foul. She's hurting a little bit.
Took pretty hard on the hip.
How about that play?
Yeah.
You don't see it very often. As Stricker being guarded.
Everybody had her back turned to her, so she just threw it off the rear end of one of the Rochester defenders. Caught it as she stepped in bounds and made the little jump shot.
Yep, made a 5-footer. Now Argos up 4-2. That's a headsy play right there by a senior.
Yeah.
Ruff for three, straight away. Good! 5-4 Rochester.
Good way to break that 2-3 zone.
Dunlop against the 1-2-2. Manikowski high on the left side. Nope. Make that Morris high on the left side, and then she has her pass stolen by Macy Brown.
Right to Brown. I don't think Brown even knew it was coming.
Macy right wing. Gives to Morgan Ruff on the right side behind the arc. Now to Macy Brown high on the right side. Back to Mo at the volleyball line. Argos still in that zone defense. Now to Dahlquist in the right corner. Right wing pass to Mo, about 10 feet behind the arc. Lob pass to Musselman. Kennedy grabs it, puts it up. Too hard. Rebound by Macy Brown. She has her pass taken away from her. Picked up by Kuntz. And now to Dunlop.
Again,
Dunlop
right around
all the way
Peterson,
to the basket. She's fouled, and it goes in.
Yeah.
Morgan Dunlop goes coast to coast again and puts it in for two. And she'll go to the line to shoot one.
Dahlquist picks up the foul. Team second on Rochester. Yeah, Dunlop just too quick with the basketball. Peterson couldn't get her feet turned and get in front of her. And unfortunately, Dahlquist is the recipient of the foul because she had to step in front of her.
Dunlop bangs the free throw home, and now Rochester up 7-5? Yep, 7-5. 4:35 to play in the first quarter. Rochester the basketball. Peterson in the corner to Dahlquist. Back to Peterson on the wing, top to Ruff. Mo high on the right side to Macy. Macy Brown bounce pass at Dahlquist, who gives it back to Brown, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, believe,
Stricker.
coming against Stricker.
Her first, team first.
4:26 to play first quarter. Argos by 2 at 7-5. It'll be Rochester basketball right in front of our student section, which is a nice-looking student section tonight.
Yeah, good crowd.
Bounce pass into Ruff near the timeline. She drifts to her left, now between the rings of the volleyball line. Ruff left side to Peterson, now in the left corner to Dahlquist. Back to Peterson to Ruff. Mo looks inside. Can't find anybody to pass to. Now to Macy Brown high on the right side. Back to Ruff. She'll take a straightaway three, top of the key. Short. And the rebound to Brown. Macy. Foul on her way back up. No call. She gets the rebound out to Mo.
Good hustle.
Great effort.
Good hustle by Macy Brown.
Kennedy in the paint. Out of control. No call. A lot of contact. No call. Argos the other way. Dunlop right-handed free throw or layup. No good. Rebound by Brown. And we're going to have a foul coming against Morris of Argos.
Dahlquist coming in down the paint, altered that shot as it went way up high over the top. The foul against Morris, her first, team second.
Cagney Hoffman, a 5'1 sophomore, comes into the game for Argos, and Manikowski sits down. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3:48 to play in the first quarter. Argos by 2. Lady Zebras with the basketball going to our left. And Argos in a 2-3 zone. Ruff through the center circle. Top of the key, high on the right side to Brown. Macy, one dribble to her left. Backdoor to wide open Dahlquist. She rises up off the glass, no good. Kennedy's the rebound, and she's going to be fouled on the way back up, and Kennedy will go to the line to shoot two.
Good look by Brown to find Dahlquist on the opposite block. And
Now,
a good effort by Kennedy, being triple teamed to get that rebound.
I thought that was a clean swat. That's what happens when you bring the ball down to 5'1", down to your waist. They can strip the ball away. I thought that was less than a foul that time than the last one she had the ball down there was. First one for Musselman is good. Kennedy with one more, looking to tie this one at 7 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. JV game tonight went to Argos over Rochester, 21-19. Abby Richard with 12. She played a fantastic game. Kennedy's second free throw, no good. Peterson with the rebound. Then she loses it. We're going to have a tie-up, and Rochester going to keep possession. Abby Richard had 12 points and 0 fouls in that JV game.
Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic.
I'm more impressed with the 0 fouls.
Right.
Macy Brown baseline right, will look to trigger it in. Rochester down by 1. Bounce pass into Mo. Fakes a 3, drives the baseline around the defense. Wrap around pass to Macy Brown. Her 3 left baseline is short. Rebound fought for. And Argos comes out of there with it. And I believe, Stricker's going to be, she's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester on the far sideline. And Stricker gets up wondering where the foul was.
A lot of bodies on the floor early in this game.
Macy looks to get it in. Does so to Morgan in the right corner. Seams the needle to Dahlquist. She rises up, puts it off the glass and in for 2. And Rochester up now 8-7. 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Full court press by the Lady Zebras. Kuntz Has a ball stripped away. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Peterson. It'll stay with Argos.
Good hustle, though.
Absolutely. So Stricker will look to get it in. Baseline right. Dahlquist has her back to her again, just like she did the time before. Stricker gets it in to Hoffman, back to Stricker in the right corner. Dribbles to the wing, carries the basketball, no call, top of the key to Dunlop. Wide open three straight away, short, thankfully for the Zebras, and Mo the rebound. Morgan rips and runs for Rochester.
Probably won't see too many of those come up short.
I would agree with that, not from what I saw in the pregame.
Yeah.
Mo high on the right side now for Rochester, leading 8-7, 2:40 to play in the first quarter. Ruff around the picks in the wing. Gives in the corner to Macy Brown. Left baseline three is good. That bad boy bounces off the rafters and it goes in. Now Rochester up by 4 to 11-7. Stricker brings it up the floor and throws it out of bounds and go back to Rochester. And Coach Teal will use a timeout. It will be a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4. .227 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 11-7. And the Lady Zebras, after the Dragons timeout with the basketball going to our left. Mo through the center circle, works top of the key. Now high on the right side to Peterson. Back to Mo quickly. Now looks back door to Brown. Macy on the baseline has her pass knocked out, or has her ball knocked out of bounds by Dunlop. And it will stay with Rochester baseline right.
Kennedy setting a pick on the bottom side of that 2-3 zone that Argos was playing, and Macy, who had been out in the corner, snuck behind the defense.
Shot by Peterson's no good. Musselman's put back no good. Dahlquist is fouled on the putback. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
A foul on Hoffman, her first, team 4.
So Dahlquist on the line to shoot two for the Lady Zebras, who lead by 4 with 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Emma fires the first one. Good. Well, you know, Kennedy walks down the floor to the free throw line, half been out of shape because she didn't make that free throw or that jumper down here at the bottom of at the lane. But every time she's going to get the board, she's going to get banged on. She might as well just anticipate it. It's not like it's her first game. The second one is good by Dahlquist. Rochester up now, 13-7. 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Dunlop is cut off by Peterson, and Karina just about picked her pocket. Dunlop at the basketball. Now to Stricker right in front of Coach Lisa. Stricker at the volleyball line, goes left inside the three-point line, and now we're going to have a foul on Macy Brown trying to run through the screen, and it'll be Argos basketball right in front of the Rochester bench going to our right.
Brown's first, team 3rd.
Stricker will look to get it in.
Val shared an interesting fact that last time Gary Teal coached a team in the Rochester gym was 2010.
And that's Valley?
Yeah, he coached a Valley team to a 2-point win.
We talked about that before the game, how that thing rattled around and hung on the rim and fell down at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Mo, wide open three, straight away. Good! Great ball movement by the Lady Zebras. Sprung Mo for a wide open shot. Now Rochester up by 9 with 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. And then Dunlap loses the basketball, but they're going to whistle Peterson for the foul.
So that'll be Peterson's first, team 4.
Sierra Weathers will come back in for Rochester, come in for the first time, and Peterson will get a blow. 1:27 to play, first quarter. Rochester up 16-7. And it'll be Argos basketball going to our right. Stricker runs the point for the Lady Dragons. Stricker across the timeline against Brown. Takes her to the left wing to Huffman. Huffman around the defense. In the paint. Kicks it outside to Dunlop, who traveled. Goes to the baseline. Goes all the way around the defense. In the paint. Gives to a wide open Kuntz in the lane. Shot no good. Kennedy with the rebound. Hands off to Mo. Rochester runs. Mo right side of the floor with 65 seconds. Backs it out. Gives to Macy over the top. Macy dribbles left side to Weathers. Weathers, a couple of dribbles, just about loses the handle, goes to the baseline, nice bounce pass to Dahlquist. She loses it into the hands of Dunlop, and she brings it up the floor with 51. Dunlop around the defense, cut off by Musselman, throws up a tough shot, no good. Macy, yes. That's good. The best play that she's had all year. Yep. She didn't jump and swat and think she were playing volleyball. She just stood there. Rochester with the basketball with 35 to play in the first quarter, up by 9. Really tough for 5'7" to shoot over 6'2".
Right.
30 seconds. Mo with it on the right wing. Baseline to Macy Brown with 25. Back to Mo, actually going to be tipped out of bounds by Hoffman on the far side for Argos. It'll stay with Rochester with 23.7 to play in the first quarter. Macy will trigger it in. Gets it to Musselman. Kennedy backs away in, throws up a shot, it's good! Good look for Macy Brown. Rochester up now by 11 with 17 to play in the first quarter.
The fake to Weathers in the corner set that pass up.
And finally we get a carry. I've been begging for a carry all night.
Yeah.
Both JV and varsity.
Catching the ball on the bottom side and rolling their hand around ball and their hand around to the top as they come down with the dribble.
Mo with it, across the timeline with 9. Rochester by 11 as the first quarter coming to an end. Ruff around the defense, goes to the basket, throws up a shot with 5, no good. Gets a rope rebound, out to Macy Brown with 1. Macy throws up a shot at the buzzer, good! Lady Zebras lead 20-7 after 1. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4. Going to the second quarter, Kinsey McKee comes into the game for the first time for the Lady Zebras, and Emma is going to get a spell.
Yeah, she was shaking that hand on a couple of occasions out there. Definitely bothering her a little bit.
So Argos will start this quarter with the basketball. Huffman will look to get it in. Does so to Stricker. Stricker against Macy Brown. Across the timeline, takes her high to the left side. Now to Huffman. Nice job by Morgan Ruff cutting off that passing lane. Then Sierra Weathers steals the basketball. Weathers then loses it. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the ladies. Left side with the basketball as Dunlop is face guarding Morgan. And Rochester
Brown
turns it over.
Gets called for the travel. Waiting on Musselman to post up down low, and Brown in an attempt to get it down there.
Are we in a triangle and 2? Maybe we are man-to-man.
Well, I would think somebody definitely be on Dunlop.
I would think so. Manikowski runs the point, bounce pass to the near side of Kuntz. Feeds down low to Dunlop against Weathers on the baseline. Then throws it away right into the hands of Ruff. Nice defense by Weathers. Ruff brings it up the floor for the Lady Zebras.
Good job by Ruff, too, to recognize that that's what Dunlop wanted to do, was throw it on the baseline on the other side.
Kennedy gets a pass from Ruff and puts it in for 2. Nice job by Morgan. She had Dunlop on her hip all the way up. The defense had to slide and help stop her drive, and she found a wide open Kennedy. Dunlop around the defense in the paint. Gives to Kuntz, 18-footer right baseline short. Kinsey McKee with the rebound. and then she's going to be tied up. It's going to stay with Rochester. Come on, young lady, get that ball up.
Got to realize that they're coming after you.
6:50 to play in the first half. Rochester up 22-7.
Musselman trying to draw the charge on Dunlop as she was flying down the middle of the lane.
I missed that.
Yeah. They both ended up on the floor.
And no call.
Nothing was called.
Ruff against Dunlop. Left side to Weathers. Weathers then watches it go through her hands and out of bounds. Come on here. 6.5 to play first half. You know, we saw a lead like this once upon a time, maybe the Winamac game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep.
I think we took the foot off our gas, took the foot off their throat, and
got to thinking too much instead of trying to play ball.
Yep.
Winamac chipped away at it.
Bounce pass comes in to Kuntz. She crosses the line, time to Stricker.
But I think the thing that infuriated up as Stricker launches a long three that gets a lot of bounces before it goes in. I think the thing that frustrated Coach Pfluger the most was that the Lady Z's recovered and built a 16-point lead in the second half, only to watch that one falter away as well.
I totally agree. Ruff across the timeline. We'll go all the way to the baseline, down a little Musselman. She throws the shot up and good again. It's 24-10, Rochester. 2 minutes gone.
Right now, Argos just doesn't have an answer for that right now. So if Kennedy gets her hand on the ball within 3 feet of the basket, it's 2 points.
Shot on the way by Argos' Manikowski, and she's fouled by, is that going to be a McKee?
Yeah.
No.
Nope, Peterson.
Peterson,
That'll be her second. Yeah, Argos is going to have to go to what other teams have done, where they drop the girl off in front of Kennedy and one behind.
See, this is the scenario we've been hoping for all year, where your outside shooters are knocking everything down, so they have to come out of that zone to stop the shooters, which leaves then the middle wide open for the post. Manikowski hits the first one. She'll have one more. 6:01 to play in the first half. Rochester up 24-12 as Manikowski hits both freebies. Argos now in a little man-to-man token. Full court press. Ruff across the timeline. Over the top to Brown. Macy at the volleyball line. Bounce pass to Musselman. Kennedy around the defense. Loses the basketball. McKee has it. Out to Brown. Quickly to Moe. Right wing three on the way for the Lady Zebras. Good!
Morgan hits her third three-pointer of this ball game.
Rochester up 27-12. 5:35 to play in the first half. Manikowski behind the left side. She'll fire her own three. It is off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound to Kuntz. She has her shot partially blocked. McKee with the rebound. Hands off to Ruff. Moe runs it up the floor. Rochester up 27-12. Moe left.
Nope.
That's a great call. You know how many times we've seen that call go uncalled?
Yeah.
Just a quick double dribble there by Ruff, picked up by the officials. It'll go back to Argos. 27-12 Rochester, 5:20 to play in the first half. Dunlop works against Brown. I think we're doing a great job on Morgan Dunlop.
I agree. I mean, she's only got 3 points in that first quarter.
High on the left side to Stricker, back to Dunlop between the rings. Works against Brown. High on the left side to Stricker. Stricker against Ruff. Step back three on the way, left wings, no good. And Isbell with the rebound, and she travels.
Yeah.
I didn't even see her come in. Jenny Isbell in for the first time for Rochester. Nice block out. She just lost her footing. It'll be Argos basketball to bounds baseline right. Stricker will look to get it in. 27-12 Rochester, under 5 to play in the first half. Stricker just about banged it off the back of McKee.
Right, yeah.
Stricker, three over McKee, right side, no good. And the rebound to Isbell. Hands off to Ruff. Moe hesitates around the defense. Rochester now has the numbers. Moe bracks it out and will reset for Rochester in the center circle. Man-to-man defense by Argos. Moe takes it left. Bounce pass to Macy Brown. Three ball, left wing. No good. And the rebound to, Dunlop.
Yep, and she's on the race.
Dunlop, right side of the floor. Goes in for the layup. It's good.
Yep, Ruff had to just let her go.
27-14. Rochester's lead and the ball with 4:20 to play in the first half. Emily Bailey coming up at the break to talk about the JV game. Isbell on the left wing. Back door to Ruff. Moe on the block. Cut off by the defense. Out of Macy Brown on the right side. Now to Isbell. Isbell at the free throw line. Her jumper on the way is no good. Musselman with the rebound. The putback on the way from the left side is good.
Good job by Musselman. She blocked out on the weak side of the board from that shot and was able to get her hand on it and go back up.
15-point lead now for Rochester with 3:50 to play in the first half. Dunlop against Brown. Dunlop, jump pass to Kuntz around the defense on the block. Shot no good. Rebound fought for. Isbell going to come out of there with her. We're going to have a tie-up, and it's going to stay with Argos. I'm not too sure, Brad. We're not in a box and one right now.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
The one on Dunlop?
There, absolutely.
Stricker?
Dunlop.
Okay.
I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice. Coming in back into the game is Morris, and coming out is Hoffman. 3:40 to play, first half, 29-14, Rochester. And Manikowski will look to get it in. Does so to Kuntz. 15-foot jumper is off the rim and back in.
Kuntz gets her first bucket of the game.
Good-looking shot from 15 feet.
Yeah.
Mo walks it up the floor. 3.5 to play, first half. Rochester up 29-16. Mo around the defense will go all the way to the basket. Fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So the foul's on Dunlop, her first, team 5th. Morgan making her first trip to the free throw line.
3:24 to play in the first half. Rochester up 29-16, and Morgan Ruff at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
She's got 9 points on 3 3-pointers.
Mo, first one to doubles.
Yep. Well, no.
No?
Kennedy's got 11.
Oh. Mo with one more. Looking to push this lead back to 15. She does so with 2 swishes. And it's 31-16. Dunlop around Isbell. Works to the right side, goes all the way to the basket. And she travels, no call. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by the Dragons. Morris high on the left side to Stricker, and they'll reset on the left wing. Crossover dribble. Jump pass outside to Morris. Her 3 left baseline is no good. Weak side rebound to Dunlop. Backs her way in, and she's going to be fouled by Musselman. I think Kennedy did a good job of just stopping the ball, but then she reached around her to try to tie it up.
Tie it up, you're right.
3:05 to play in the first half. Rochester by 15. Argos basketball out of bounds, baseline right.
First on Musselman.
Stricker looks to get it in. Over the top to Dunlop. Around the defense, pushes off, no call, throws up a teardrop shot, no good. Musselman to the rebound, hands off to Ruff. Oh, good, that's a great screen. Mo all the way to the basket, jump pass to Dahlquist. She rises up, puts it in for 2. Kennedy just laid out Dunlop on the screen. 33-16.
I'm sure all she did was just stand there, and Dunlop just bounced off. But
and now we're going to have a double dribble on Argos.
Yeah.
2:38 to play in the first half, 33-16, Rochester. And after the turnover, it'll be Lady Zebra basketball going to our left. Megan Nile will check in for the first time tonight. And Nile will replace Jenny Isbell. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Rochester basketball as Mo will bring it up. Mo has 1 foul.
Yeah.
Macy.
1. Peterson's the only one with 2.
Goes to the basket. Throws up a shot. Before the shot, we're going to have a foul on the floor. Is that going to be on Argos? Yep, it'll be on Dunlop.
That's her second.
And it'll be out of bounds to Rochester baseline right with 2:29 to play in the first half.
And that's a big story about how Rochester gets to the free throw line so many times is Morgan pushing that ball into the paint. And
Macy Brown extremely patient on that inbounds pass, finds a wide open Dahlquist underneath, and she puts it in for 2. And now Rochester's lead is 19. Timeout, Coach Teal. It's a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
.220 to play in the first half. Rochester up 35-16, and here comes a run and jump defense, and Dunlop just runs her way around that one. Gives to Kuntz. Now to Stricker. Stricker, pull up, jumper in the paint, off the glass and in. I like her.
With 7.
I like her.
Yeah, the senior. She's not afraid of anybody.
2 minutes to play, first half. Rochester up 35-18. Mo, left elbow, pulls it back outside, down low to Dahlquist. Emma against a double team. We're going to have a foul down low on Argos. Dahlquist will go to the line to shoot 1 and the bonus.
Fouls on Mankowski, her first, team 7.
Minute 53 to play first half.
Emma with 8 points in the ball game right now.
Already.
Yeah.
Emily Bailey coming up at the break. Talk about the JV game. This is our first of 3 this week. Emma's free throw is good. Tomorrow night we'll be at West Central with the guys. And then on Saturday, a big one in the TRC will be at Wabash for the Lady Zebra and the Lady Apache basketball game. Charlie Pokop comes into the game for the first time, and Macy Brown will sit down.
Lady Z's 3-0 in the conference right now. And like you said, big one against Wabash. Yep. They had a loss in overtime to Valley.
They're going to fight to stay in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Emma's second one is no good, and the rebound to Stricker. Stricker rips and runs for Argos. Stricker high on the left side, gives in the corner to Dunlop. Wide open 3, left baseline. No good, air ball, weak side rebound to Kuntz. Drives the baseline, cut off by the defense. Out to Manikowski, she'll fire a 3, right wing. Off the glass, no good. Musselman, a good block out. Grabs the board, gives it Ruff. 90 seconds to play first half. Rochester up 36-18. Ruff down low to Dahlquist. Emma in the paint, floater on the ways, no good. Musselman's put back is good.
Musselman with 8 in this second quarter. She's got 13 total.
20-point lead for the Lady Zebras with 1:15 to play in the first half. Dunlop high on the left side. Rochester now in a 2-3 zone. Down to a minute 10 to play in the first half. Stricker fakes a 3, step back 3, passes it up. Dunlop 3 straight away is no good. Kennedy another rebound. Gives to Morgan. A minute to play. This is great for Rochester's defense as they're one and done. Mose pull up 10-footers, no good, short, and the rebound to Argos.
I like that shot though by Morgan. Drive them deep and then back up and take the wide open shot from 10 feet.
45 seconds. Rochester by 20 as the first half coming to an end. Manikowski holds just left of the center circle. Looks like Argos is going to be content maybe to look for the final shot. Rochester stays in that 2-3 zone. Isbell and McKee will come into the next opportunity for Rochester. Manikowski against the double team. Gonna have to get rid of it. Finally does in the corner to Dahlquist, or make that to Dunlop. And her crossed lane pass to Morris goes in for 2. And now with 20 seconds to play in the first half, Rochester will have the final shot, leading 38-20. Mo across the center circle, or across the timeline in the center circle with 10. Drifts to her right with 9. High on the right side with 7. Mo with the basketball with 5. Bounce pass to Musselman. She goes up. Shot no good. Rebound fought for. Argos comes out of it with 1, and that'll do it. At halftime, Rochester leads 38-20. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argos and Rochester.
Back at Rochester High School, we're at halftime. The Lady Zebras own a 38-20 lead, and JV coach Emily Bailey joins us here at the break. And first of all, Emily, let's get your assessment of the first half. You know, we've seen this team do this before to other teams and then come out of the locker room and lay an egg in the third quarter. What is your assessment?
I really think we'll just keep the energy up and keep attacking. So, I mean, the girls want it. We've all talked about it. They want this win more than anything, so I know their energy will be there.
Good. Your game tonight, you know, Coach Teal told me in the pregame interview that their JV works against their varsity every day, pushes their varsity every day, and it really showed, in my opinion. I thought that you played and really went toe-to-toe with a really good JV team.
Yeah, we as our JV we also go against our varsity too. So, I mean, their JV, Argos's JV is pretty much their varsity at this point. So, I mean, for our JV to be able to hold them to 21 points, that was really impressive for us. So,
Emily, I thought in the first quarter we were all sleepwalking, not just one or two. I thought we were all sleepwalking for whatever reason. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yes, we were.
Go ahead.
We were in the locker room and talking about our energy before the game, and then we came out and we were dead. So, I mean, I just told the girls they're going to have to want it and fight for it. And, you know, in the second quarter, I feel like they came back a little bit, and that's why we were able to hold them to 21.
You know, it takes an entire game, an entire effort for 4 quarters to make it a good game, and I thought you had good effort for 3 quarters, and just that first one not very good. And but on the bright side, I thought Abby Richard had a fantastic game. Not only did she score 12, she had 0 fouls.
Right. Yep, that was a big thing we've been working on with Abby and a bunch of our guards is, you know, just keep your hands out, stay in a stance, hustle. You know, she's been doing really well with that. We put her against Mo, and Mo's been helping her out. So I was really proud of Abby tonight for that.
I agree. Congratulations on a good game. Unfortunately, a little short. We'll regroup and see if we can't do something on Wednesday night or Saturday night.
Right.
How about that?
Thank you.
Emily, thank you. Junior varsity coach Emily Bailey here at the break. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the first half numbers after this. 92.1 WROI.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm Bill McSpadden, pastor at Liberty Baptist Church, and I invite you to come and learn more about God's gift of eternal life. If you have questions about your eternity, feel free to call us, or you can join us on RTC Channel 4 for our program on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I hope you'll receive God's gift of eternal life. Have a Merry Christmas.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Townhome Furnishings.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of like bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Better run through on the ball.
Yes.
And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Over the past few years, RTCtv4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, RTC4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTCtv4 and RTC4.com. See for yourself. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm Bill McSpadden, pastor at Liberty Baptist Church, and I invite you to come and learn more about God's gift of eternal life. If you have questions about your eternity, feel free to call us, or you can join us on RTC Channel 4 for our program on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I hope you'll receive God's gift of eternal life. Have a Merry Christmas.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at Evans Agency Rochester.
Dahlquist, Peterson, Ruff, and Brown. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Boys swimming tonight, Rochester defeated Manchester 110-35. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Ruff in the right corner. Gives down low to wide open Peterson. Right-handed layup is good.
Great look by
Another
Morgan
great look.
Ruff.
Absolutely.
Well, she had the ball tipped out of her hands. She picked it up before it went out of bounds, turned around, and just happened to catch Peterson wide open on the low block.
Stricker, left elbow, floater on the way, short. Macy Brown to the rebound, gives a Ruff. Rochester runs up by 20. 30 seconds gone, third quarter. Ruff with the basketball. Lob pass to Musselman. Kennedy catches, rises up. Shot is no good, but a foul coming on Argos.
And you notice that time Argos brought, they had the one girl, Kuntz, I think, posted in front of Kennedy, and when the ball got thrown over the top, they had someone come across the paint trying to get on the back side of her so she couldn't turn and shoot. Kennedy did a good job of keeping the ball high and getting it up on the glass.
Stricker picks up foul number 2, and Musselman at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras. Kennedy eyes the first one, lets it fly. So, woo. That free throw didn't get up very high, but it goes in. One more coming for the senior. Kennedy with one more. Senior eyes the second one, lets it fly, and it's good again. Rochester's biggest lead of the night at 22. It's 42-20. Dunlop runs against Peterson. Takes her left, crossover dribble to the right wing. Now back to the left at the elbow. Outside to Stricker. Long three for the Dragons is short. And the rebound to Dunlop. And now we're going to have a travel on Morgan Dunlop. Coach Teal wanted a travel, or wanted a foul, I beg your pardon, and the officials saw it a different way. Full court press by Argos. Mo to bring it up. Argos yet to apply much pressure. Mo around Stricker, works to the right wing, hesitates, now pulls it back outside and sets up against the, what are we running, triangle and two, man-to-man? Rough the right wing, down low to wide open Dahlquist. She's found on the shot. Stricker's picked up foul number 3, and Dahlquist, who took that, got hammered on that right thumb, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job by Dahlquist. She come off the high pick and found herself wide open, cutting down the lane.
Oh, that's, yeah. Maybe McKee will come in for Rochester if Dahlquist can hit that second free throw. First one for the senior. On the way. Good. The Lily winner.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Emma Dahlquist.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
That takes a lot of effort. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you meant a lot of pressure off of her. Absolutely.
Well, it takes a lot of pressure off of her, too, as well. I'm sure her parents likewise.
McKee in. Dahlquist is out. She hits both free throws. Rochester up now 24 with 6:47 to play in the third. And she'll be met on the bench with a bag of ice. Dunlop runs against Peterson. I think the guards working against Dunlop and Stricker doing a great job. Kennedy gets away with a foul. Dunlop misses a shot picked up by Peterson. Now to Ruff. Ruff high on the left side for Rochester. 44-20. Ruff around the defense, works against Stricker. Stricker's going to have to be careful. She's playing with 3. Left side to Peterson. Peterson, one dribble, lob pass to McKee, rises up, puts it in for 2.
McKee gets her first bucket of the game.
Nice pass, nice entry pass by Peterson. 46-20.
Like you said earlier, Argos just doesn't really have an answer for the 6-footers.
Stricker in the lane, foul going to the basket before the shot. Will be on the shot.
Yeah, by Brown. That'll be her second.
It'll be before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to Argos. Stricker carries the ball every time down.
I would agree with that.
Baseline right.
She catches it with her hand upside down, turns the ball over.
Morris for 3, no good. Musselman another rebound, gives to Ruff. Make that Macy, not to Morgan. Kennedy's got 9 rebounds here tonight. Ruff walks it through the center circle. Drifts to her left, 5:45 to play in the third. Rochester up by 24-6. McKee down low, backs her way in. Foul on the shot, no good on the shot, and then Kennedy gets a rebound. She's fouled on the shot and the putback, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. I remember not very long ago where those fouls go uncalled on Saturday.
Yeah. So the foul's on Manikowski, her second.
So Musselman at the line to shoot 2. Rochester up by 26 at 46-20 with 5:40 to play in the third quarter.
Musselman with 15.
Senior drains the first one. I believe her highest point total has been 22. That came last year with home with Wabash. Kennedy with one more. Looking to push this lead to 28. Second one is no good, short. Rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds by Argos. It'll stay with Rochester. 5:39 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 47-20. Macy Brown will look to get it in. Wide open is Mo in the corner. Give it to her. Shoot that. 3 on the way. Oh, no good. Gets her own rebound. Mo dribbles out of trouble. Sets up offense at the center circle, the volleyball line now. Now backs it out to the center circle. Takes the basketball left at the block, and she's going to be called for a charge. Setting up for that charge was the sophomore Dunlop.
Yeah, Ruff picks up her second, team second.
5:20 to play in the third. Coach Teal will bring in Vanderweel, and Vanderweel will replace Stricker for Argos, who will set with 3 personal fouls.
Yeah. Vanderweel had 13 points in the JV game earlier tonight.
5:24 to play in the third. Rochester by 27. Argos basketball as Dunlop will be picked up at the timeline by Peterson. Takes her to the left. Now to Hoffman around the defense in the paint. Wrap around pass to Kuntz around the defense. Musselman, little teardrop shot on the baseline, no good. Peterson with the rebound, and she's going to be tied up. She's going to stay with Argos. Really hard to play defense, 44 flat-footed, just saying. 5:07 to play in the third. Rochester up 47-20. It'll be out of bounds to Argos, baseline left. Morris will look to get it in. Morris in the corner to Vanderweel. Around the defense in the paint, rises up over Musselman. Shot no good. Peterson another rebound. Gives to Ruff. Under 5 to play in the third. Moe walks it up the floor. Taking as much time off the clock here as she can. At the free throw line, in the paint, outside to Brown. Back to Moe. Right wing, lobs inside to Kennedy. Kennedy loses it, gets it back, rises up. Shot no good, gets a row rebound. Shot foul on the shot. Would you please? She's fouling the shot again. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So the foul on Morris, her second.
If we would jump once or twice instead of making a set shot down there, we might get a hoop and the harm. Kennedy's first one. Good. Megan Nile comes into the game, and Peterson will sit down. Kennedy with an opportunity to push this lead to 29. With 4:43 to play in the third, it's 48-20. Kennedy will have one more freebie. Second on the way for the senior. Good again, nothing but net. 49-20 Rochester.
5 of 6 in this quarter.
What was the score at the break?
38-20.
That's what I thought. High on the right side. To Kuntz. She holds and directs traffic against Musselman. Now to Hoffman. Thought about a three, passes it up. Kicks it out to Kuntz. Her long three right side is no good. Offensive rebound. The Hoffman shot is no good, but a foul coming on Nile, and that's going to send Cagney Hoffman to the line to shoot 2 for Argos.
Niles first, team third.
So Hoffman at the line to shoot 2. First one for the Dragons is no good. She'll have one more. 49-20 Rochester. 4:24 to play in the third quarter. Don't forget our next game tomorrow night as the Rochester guys will travel to West Central to battle the Trojans. We'll have that basketball game for you. Second free throw, no good. Another offensive rebound by Kuntz against a double team, and Moe takes it away. Moe dribbles away from trouble. Up the floor she comes, through the center circle, middle of the floor, jump pass down low to Musselman, and we're going to have a foul before the shot, and it'll be out of bounds and to Rochester, and I believe
the foul's
Huffman.
Be on Huffman, her second. Morgan probably lucky she didn't pick up
the charge. Yep. Brown, baseline right. Lob pass to McKee. Ball tipped away. Ball still loose. Musselman has it. Backed her way in. Throws up a shot in it. No good. Rebound tipped around. And Argos comes out of there with it. Argos. Yes. I was just going to say, they carry the ball every time.
They catch it with their palm up and then turn the ball over as they dribble.
4:03 to play in the third. Rochester up by 29. Lady Zebras get it back after another turnover going to our right. Argos in a man-to-man defense. Moe stands in the center circle, and maybe it's a 1-3-1 even. It is a 1-3-1. Musselman at the free throw line against a double team, and then Argos just takes the ball away from her. Why 6'2" shouldn't dribble against 5'3". Dunlap has her shot blocked out of bounds by Musselman. Get it out of here! It'll stay with Argos baseline left. So Vanderweel will look to get it in. Vanderweel studies over the top to Hoffman.
And you wonder why she swats when she does.
Nice job by Macy Brown. Tipped the ball away, picked up by Argos. Dunlop around the defense, goes in for the right-handed layup, and it's in. What are her numbers tonight? That's her first.
Dunlop with her first field goal. Argos' first field goal of the second half. She's got 7.
49-22.
Well below her average.
Yeah. She's averaging 13. Backdoor pass to Macy Brown. Layup is no good. McKee's followed, no good, but a foul coming on Argos, and that's going to send Kenzie McKee to the line to shoot 2. Nice follow by the sophomore.
And the foul's on Dunlop, her third. McKee's got the only field goal for Rochester in this quarter.
First one for the sophomore as it rattles in. One more coming for Kenzie, who's coming off a really good night on Saturday. with 9.
Yeah.
Into the game for the first time for Coach Teal's bunch is Carlton, a 5'10 junior. And I'm not exactly sure who came out. Maybe Morris. Jenny Isbell will come in for Rochester, and we're going to have a lane violation on Nile, and it'll go back to Argos. 50-22 Rochester. Isbell comes in. Kennedy will get a break with 3:18 to play in the third quarter. Where's Kennedy?
18 points and 11 boards.
3:15 to play in the third quarter. 50-22. Rochester up. Dunlop against Peterson. Left side to Carlton. Carlton against McKee. Takes it right. Picks up the loose ball. Looks back door to Hoffman. Ball loose. Isbell picks it up. And now we're going to have a tie-up, and it's going to go to Rochester.
Another turnover on Argos. That's 12 in the ball game.
3 minutes to play in the third. Macy will look to get it in. Bounce pass into Moe. Moe works against Hoffman. Gets a pick from Macy. Crosses the timeline right. Slows up and will set up the offense for Rochester. Picks up her dribble. Around the defense to Macy between the rings, and then she is fouled by Dunlop.
That's 4.
And that's going to send Rochester to the line for 1 in the bonus.
Brown making her first trip to the free throw line. She's got 5 points in the game. And Dunlop will have to come out with 4. She's replaced by Manikowski.
So both scorers are on the bench.
You're right.
So Macy Brown to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Looking to push this lead to 30. Sophomore eyes it, flies it. Yep. Hey, one more, Stripes. Come back here, look. There, dude. We got one more free throw. Oh, yeah. He said he had a cramp. He had to work out. I like it. That's quick thinking. Macy's second one, nothing but net. 52-22, 2:40 to play in the third. Manikowski runs a point against Brown. Rochester in a man-to-man defense. She loses the basketball as Manikowski gets it back. Now Kuntz will take it to the right baseline. Outside to Hoffman. Hoffman kicks it out to Manikowski. Manikowski travels, no call. Around the defense to Hoffman high on the right side. Now bounce pass. She travels to Vanderweel. And to Manikowski. Good defense for Rochester.
Yeah, the entire quarter.
Hoffman throws up a tough shot high off the glass and in.
That's only the second basket this quarter for Argos.
2:05 to play in the third. Rochester up 52-34, or 24 that is, 52-24. Brown make that Nile with the basketball, left side to McKee. She dribbles a couple of times to her right and throws it out of bounds. Moe takes a seat on the near sideline on the lap of Coach Bailey and Coach Schroff. Then jumps back up and ready to play defense. 1:54 to play in the third. 52-24, Rochester. Manikowski, left elbow, kicks it in the corner to Hoffman. Around the defense at the free throw line to the paint. The teardrop shot high off the glass, no good. The putback is good and a foul. Vanderweel picks up the hoop and the harm, and she'll go to the line for 1.
Fouls on Ruff, her third.
Free throw is good by Vanderweel. Just a freshman. This freshman class is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They add Dunlop as a sophomore into that mix.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to be good for a couple years.
And then Ruff is fouled on the reach in by Hoffman, and Moe will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus with 93 seconds to play in the third. Rochester at 52-27.
Hoffman pick up her third.
Sarah Weathers will come back in if Moe can hit both of these.
Morgan with 11, looking for her first points of this second half.
Moe fires the first one. Yep. As smooth as silk. Moe with one more. With 1:33 to play in the third quarter. Fires a second one. Good again. As it rattles around and falls through.
Rochester 13 of 15 in this third quarter from the free throw line.
Weathers in. Moe out. Argos with the basketball. Manikowski working against Macy Brown, and Macy picks her up at the timeline. Takes her high on the left side. Gets a moving screen to Carlton. She gets the basketball. Blocked by McKee. Get her out of here. Picked up by Weathers. And then they're going to say knocked out of bounds by Argos. It'll stay with Rochester. Purdue is up 30 on Valpo. It's probably a good thing they're not playing Ball State, huh?
Yeah, right.
McKee gets the inbounds pass from Weathers. Now to Macy Brown with a minute 15. Macy against the double team. Crosses the double team right in front of the Rochester bench. Goes to the right baseline in the minute 10. Wrap around pass to Weathers. Weathers dribbled to her left. Now backs it out with a minute 10 to Macy Brown. Macy on the right wing. Now we'll back it out and reset for Rochester with 60 seconds to play in the third. Rochester up 54-27. Weathers with the basketball. Bounce pass to McKee. Kinsey in the paint. And then we're going to have a timeout for Rochester. It will be a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And after the Rochester timeout, they have the basketball going to our right. Weathers baseline left will look to get it in. Sarah Studies. Almost passed it in to Brown. Megan Nile gets the inbounds pass, misses the shot, ball tipped around, ball loose on the floor. There's a mad scramble for it. Hoffman comes out of there with it for Argos. Now Manikowski with 48. Back to Hoffman. Thought about a three, passed it up, drives around the defense in the paint, loses the handle. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Rochester. Will stay with Argos in front of their bench. Nice quick hands by Isbell.
Yeah, good defense again.
Hoffman will look to get it in. Right in front of the Argos bench. Gets it to Manikowski with 39. Manikowski all the way around the horn and then backs it out in the center circle. Works to the left wing. Bounce pass to Hoffman with 32. Around the defense. Goes the shot again against McKee. McKee, very good. Just stood there, hands straight up, and then got the rebound.
Right, yeah.
Brown around the defense at 20 on the right baseline. Crossover dribble, takes it to the wing. Now top of the key with 18. Third quarter coming to an end. Rochester up 54-27. Brown gets the double screen going to her right. Almost loses her footing. Gets her footing back. Now to Isbell, top of the key. Isbell. Bounce pass to McKee. Her jumper from the free throw line is short. Rebound tipped around. Argos has it with 2. With 1, and now to do it. 3 quarters in the books here at Rochester. Lady Zebras lead 54-27. You're listening to high school girls basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
Over the past few years, RTCtv4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, RTC4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTCtv4 and RTC4.com. See for yourself. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Fourth and final quarter we go. The Lady Zebras lead 54-27. Stricker and Dunlap back on the floor for the Lady Dragons, playing with some foul trouble. Musselman and Ruff still on the bench for Rochester, as is Peterson and Dahlquist.
Stricker with 3 and Dunlap with 4. Rochester's Ruff has 3.
So Manikowski runs a point for the Lady Dragons. She works against Nile. Left side to Dunlop against Weathers. Crossover dribble to the free throw line, out to Stricker. Stricker, nice defense by Macy Brown. Outside to Manikowski. Pass down low is going to be tipped out of bounds by Weathers, but we're going to have a foul on Sierra for the reach in.
That'll be her first. Team fifth.
Baseline right are the Dragons. Stricker looks to get it in. Bounce pass in the corner to Dunlop. Dunlop around the defense. Her floater in the lane is short, and the rebound to Macy Brown. Macy with the rebound. Jogs it across the timeline right. She'll work against Dunlop. This will be a nice matchup to watch for the next 3 years. Dunlop and Brown.
Yeah, you're right.
McKee holds above her head. Hands off to Macy. Macy around the defense. Right wing. Down low to Nile. We're going to travel against Macy Brown. It'll go back to the Lady Dragons with 7:17 to play in the game. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as the Rochester Guides will battle West Central at West Central High School. And then on Saturday, we're on the road again as the Lady Zebras will travel to Wabash to battle the Lady Apaches. 3 consecutive nights of basketball with Brad and I. Brad and me. Brad and me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Dunlop to the basket. Fouled before the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nope. Fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Morgan Dunlop will be at the line to shoot 2 freebies for the Lady Dragons. Rochester leads 54-27. A minute gone in this fourth quarter. First one with a sophomore is good. She's going to be really good.
Yeah, she's got a lot.
She's pretty good now.
Yeah, she's got a lot of skills that you don't find.
Yep, you're right. Second one for Dunlop. Nope. Rebound to Isbell. Outlets to Macy. Macy will jog it across the timeline against Dunlop. Works to the right wing. Now inside the three-point line of the baseline. Jumper on the way is good.
Nice job by Macy Brown. No hesitation there. She saw a little seam on the right side, got to the baseline, pulled up, and made that jumper. If she stops and thinks about it, she's not going to make it.
Where is she now, Macy?
9.
So Sierra Weathers picks up another foul. That's going to send Dunlop back to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus for the Lady Dragons with 6.5.
3 now for Weathers.
Maya Musselman comes in for the first time. Maya's jersey looks like she slept in it. Coming out as Weathers. So Dunlop.
So would you say she eats and sleeps basketball?
I would like to say that, but okay. That's not true. Free throws no good. McKee with the rebound gives to Macy. Macy gets Dunlop, brings it up the floor, crosses the timeline left. Macy dump pass to Maya. Maya on the baseline. Cross lane pass to Nile, now to Isbell. She travels, no call. Jenny Isbell has her shot blocked, picked up by Stricker. Stricker against Brown. Stricker right side of the floor, goes to the basket, fouled on the shot by Isbell. That's going to send Stricker to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Dragons. 6:20 to play in the game, 56-28, Rochester. And Stricker at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Dragons.
Stricker was 7 in the ball game. She hasn't scored in the second half, though. That's her first second half point.
She bangs that one in. She'll have one more. Stricker, averaging 13 this year for Argos, puts it in again for 2. For a freebie. 56-30, 26-point lead for Rochester. Brown loses the handle, ball loose. We're going to have it out of bounds. Last touch by Rochester to go back to Argos.
So Argos will bring it up across midcourt. Brown will pick them up at the free throw line, or top of the key, sorry.
Stricker for 3, left wing, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for, going to be tipped out of bounds by Argos. It'll go back to Rochester. Into the game is Ashley Barlow, who had a really good JV game tonight for the Lady Dragons. Nile, bounce pass in to Brown. Macy ahead of the pack. Right side of the floor behind the wing, or behind the three-point line. Feeds inside to McKee. She backs her way in. Kinsey throws up a tough shot. Foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. I believe Barlow is going to will pick up that foul.
It was on Manikowski. That'll be her 3rd.
Oh, it was Manikowski. Okay. So now the 3 guards for Argos with 3 or more fouls.
Right.
But less than 5. So 3 or 4 fouls, huh? McKee. First one off the back of the rim, no good. Kinsey will have one more for Rochester. Looking to push this lead back to 27. It's been as big as 30, I believe, in this half. Second one for McKee. No good again. Isbell rises up, fighting for the rebound, and she loses the handle, and McKee fouls Stricker. And Stricker will go to the other end and shoot one in the bonus.
First foul on McKee.
Rochester has 4 timeouts, Argos with 3, and Rochester has the possession arrow. Stricker has 2 freebies for the Lady Dragons.
Looking to be the first Lady Dragon in double digits, and she is.
Probably the way it's been all year, I've got to guess, just looking at the stats. I don't know that for sure, but just looking at the stats. Second one for Stricker, short. No, and it rolls over the front of the rim and in. 56-32. 5:40 to play in the game. Rochester the basketball going to our right. Brown against Manikowski. Gets a pick from Nile. Dribbles to the right baseline. Bounce pass inside to McKee. Backs her way in. Kinsey, cross lane pass to Isbell. Jenny in the lane, rises up from 10 feet, high off the glass, no good. Maya fighting for the rebound, and Manikowski takes it away. Isbell then is tied up with Manikowski. It's going to stay with Rochester. Somebody needs to get 24 in the weight room. 5:20 to play in the game. Rochester up 56-32. Brown looks to trigger it in. Still looking to get it in. Still looking. Gets it to, or intended for Maya, knocked out of bounds by Stricker. I believe she would have probably rose up and shot that 3. Just guessing. 5:19 to play in the game, 56-32. Rochester up and the basketball going to our right. They have it baseline left. Macy Brown will look to get it in. Law pass over the top to Nile. Megan at the left elbow. Pulls it out. Gives to Isbell for 3. Short. And the rebound fought for. Going to be tipped out of bounds by Rochester's Macy Brown to go back to Argos. Good idea. Might want to get a little air under that ball.
Yeah, she had a good look at it. Coach
Teal will bring in Hoffman and also Carlton. And coming out is Manikowski and Barlow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 5:12 to play in the game. 56-32. Rochester, a quick turnaround. They get a day and a half to prepare for a really good Wabash team.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's the reason why we're seeing the far end of the bench out on the floor right now for Rochester with a lot of the starters.
Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Hoffman left wing 3 is no good. And the long rebound comes down to Dunlop. Dunlop against Musselman. Yikes. Somebody's going to be taken to school. Maya cut her off in the baseline out to Stricker. Stricker on the right wing against Macy Brown. Against the 2-3 zone now to Hoffman. To Stricker. Right side to Dunlop. Dunlop against the 2-3 zone behind the arc. Right side now to Stricker. 3 on the way. Good. Rochester's lead now is 21 and 56-35 with 4:20 to play in the ball game.
Stricker was 7 of her 14 here in this fourth quarter.
Brown gets a pick from McKee. Around the pick, gives an eye on the right corner. Law pass to McKee. Kinsey backs her way in, throws up a tough shot off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around. Argus comes out of there with it. Dunlop will bring it up the floor. Picks her way through traffic. Works to the right wing. Stops, hesitates. Around the defense, left wing, outside to Stricker. Stricker. Left side to Dunlop. Fakes a shot. Drives. 15-footer is good. 56-37. Rochester down, up now by 19 with 3:40 to play. They make that 3:50 to play in the game. Rochester takes a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
3:40 to play in the game, 56-37. Rochester on top. Carlton gets the inbounds pass taken away. The entry pass, I should say, taken away by Isbell. Now gives McKee over the top to Nile. Nile with the basketball. Picks up her dribble, and Argos almost steals it. We're going to have a foul on Macy Brown, and that's going to be 2 free throws coming for Hoffman. And Mo coming back in.
Yep, third on Brown. Not sure why Nile stopped. She had a step on the defense on the sideline. Just take it all the way up the court.
So Hoffman at the line to shoot 2 for Argos. Rochester has a 56-37 lead with 3.5 to play in the game. And Hoffman will have 2. First one is good. Coming back into the game is Ruff. Also Pocock, Isbell, and Nile to sit. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Hoffman with 1 more for the Lady Dragons. This group of officials have done a fantastic job tonight. Second one is no good, and Mo comes out of there with a rebound. Morgan brings it up the floor. Gets it ahead to Macy Brown on the right wing. Macy, pull-up jumper from 10 feet off the glass, no good. She follows her own shot. I like it. She didn't get the rebound, but I like she followed it. Now to Stricker. Stricker against Ruff. Stricker over the top to Hoffman. Hoffman dribbles the baseline. Out of Dunlop in the paint. Her leaner off the glass, short. Rebound by Dunlop against the double team, and we're going to have a ball loose on the floor, and Mo picks it up. Mo brings it up the floor on the right wing. Gives ahead to McKee. McKee goes in for the right-handed layup. It is no good. Rebound fought for. McKee comes out of there with it. Now we're going to have a tie-up. It's going to go to Argos.
Rochester's been outscored 11-2 in this fourth quarter.
2:49 to play in the game. Rochester up 56-38. Argos with the basketball. Stricker, crossover dribble, works to the left wing. Step back, gives a Dunlop. Her jumper from the right elbow is good. Nothing but net.
Dunlop now with 12.
Mo will bring it up, 2.5 to play in the game. Rochester's lead is 16. Mo across the timeline, works against Hoffman. Takes to the left wing, around the defense, and now we're going to have a foul on Hoffman, and Mo will go to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be her 4th.
You know, I've talked many, many times before that you obviously want to go out and win every game. I get it. Argos is a non-conference game. It is a great opportunity for these kids that doesn't get a lot of varsity time, or the ones that are playing like 7 or 8 off the bench to come in and get a ton of time. I like it. You know, yeah, you're going to play against the Dunlops and the Strickers type of player for the rest of your career. You might as well learn how to do it now. They're getting their butt kicked a little bit, but you might as well learn how to do it. Mo makes both freebies. Pushes lead back to 18. Claire Bright will come in the next dead ball.
Senior a perfect 6 of 6 from the line.
Fantastic. Dunlop against Brown. Out to Stricker. Long 3 is an air ball and picked up by Dunlop. Dunlop feeds down low to Kuntz, and she puts it in for 2. 2 to play. Coach Pfluger will take a timeout. It's a 30. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Should have if we called timeout.
Yeah, it'll be Rochester basketball. We'll need to go the length of the floor. On the floor for the Lady Zebras, Brown, Ruff, Pocock, Bright, and Maya Musselman. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Kennedy had a pretty good night tonight for the Lady Z's.
18 and 11.
Ruff in the corner to Maya. Back to Ruff, high on the left side. Mo dribbles it left, or make that right. Now to Brown. Macy against Dunlop. Fakes the pass in the corner. Gives down low to Bright. Bright at the right elbow. Has it taken away by Stricker. Stricker then brings it up the floor with 90 seconds. Over the top to Kuntz. Her jumper no good. Maya with a rebound. And now we're going to have a foul on Kuntz, and she's down holding her right leg, her right knee, and Maya will shoot free throws after this injury timeout. Paul, we're going to take a Let's start with 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm Bill McSpadden, pastor at Liberty Baptist Church, and I invite you to come and learn more about God's gift of eternal life. If you have questions about your eternity, feel free to call us, or you can join us on RTC Channel 4 for our program on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I hope you'll receive God's gift of eternal life. Have a Merry Christmas.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
I think she come down on a foot sideways, and yep, now you've got another one at the free throw line.
So Maya will be at the line to shoot two with 1:29 to play in the game. Rochester at 58-42. Money says air ball. You want to bet? Maya with two. First one for the freshman.
Ice in her veins.
Uh-huh, right.
Hey! Smooth as silk.
That's a good one.
Told you, ice in her veins.
One more coming for the freshman. Her first varsity points of her career.
Keep calm and make a free throw.
Second one on the way is nothing but net. 60-42, 90 seconds to play in the game. Dunlop runs for Argos. High on the right side to Hoffman. Now to Dunlop. Dunlop around the defense, about 15 feet away, out to Hoffman. Hoffman around the 2-3 zone. Ball loose on the floor, and Mo rips it away. Minute 10. Mo down to Macy Brown. Macy, tough shot underneath the basket, no good. Charlie Pocock's put back, no good. Argos comes out of there with it. And the outlet pass is safe from going out of bounds to Hoffman, now to Dunlop. A minute to play. 60-42 Rochester. Left side to Swarthwood. And then her pass is tipped out of bounds by Brown. It'll stay with Argos right in front of the Argos bench. Carlton comes in for Argos, and Dunlop will sit down. 50 seconds to play in the game. Swarthwood, that is, will look to get it in. Does so to Hoffman. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. 42 seconds. Hoffman with the basketball.
Rough playing down on the post.
Swarthwood with 35. Outside to Hoffman against Brown. Dribbles to the right wing. High on the right side to Parker. Bounce pass to Carlton. Ball loose on the floor. Argos gets it back. Swarthwood. Left baseline with 20. At the free throw line to Barlow. Her jumper no good. And the ball being tipped around. They're going to be last touch by Maya. And Rochester will stay with 16.4. So Rochester going to run their mark to 8-3 overall. And prepare for a big showdown on Saturday at Wabash. Hoffman will look to get it in with 16 seconds. To Swarthwood. And then her pass is knocked out of bounds by Macy Brown with 13. Argos going to slip to 4 and 5. And Coach Pfluger will come up here in the postgame. I believe Coach Teal will come up as well in the postgame show. Argos basketball. Hoffman looks to get it in. Does so to Barlow. Ball loose on the floor. Knocked out of bounds by Ruff with 10. .8 to play. Rochester up 60-42. Hoffman again, baseline right. Over the top to Parker. Parker at the free throw line. Step back jumper with 7 is good. And that'll do it. The final tonight, the Rochester Lady Zebras defeat Argos 60-44. Actually, Mo's shot at the buzzer on the way is no good. 60-44 final. Postgame show coming up next. 92.1 WROI and RTCtv4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at RTC1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Over the past few years, RTCtv4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, RTC4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTCtv4 and RTC4.com. See for yourself.